welcome to another A to Z. This one's going to be Ao Kuang in the jungle. Now, Ao Kuang is not one of my strongest suits. Jungle isn't my strongest suit either. So don't expect miracles in this game, boys and girls, is all I'm going to say to you. Ao Kuang is an assassin mage that's all auto-attack based in terms of melee stance. He's very short range, but has a lot of burst potential. So for the most part, what you're looking to do is farm and catch people out of position. And use your abilities to your advantage. Now, talking about his abilities, we'll go through them in order. His sword holds up to 3 charges, and these charges increase the damage of your abilities while it consumes them when you use the abilities and you actually have them there. Your illusions, this is a war illusion, this is your number 1 ability. This allows you to move a short distance and turn invisible for a duration. While invisible, you can still move around invisibly, but as soon as you auto attack or use another skill, you'll be brought out of that invisibility. If you also take damage while you're invisible, you'll be brought out of the illusion as well. If you activate it again, you'll immediately appear, but you'll deal damage where the illusion clone was where you jumped from. So you can use it to disengage and also deal damage as you disengage. Across the way you're going to have Dragon Call. This is his bread and butter ability that you're going to max first. It makes dragons spawn onto his sword. That increases the amount of damage his dragons are going to do. And those dragons will allow you to do a high burst of damage, and if you activate it again, you can also provide a slow to the target in a sort of nuke style. This for a 30% slow for a 1 second duration, plus 0.25 seconds per every remaining dragon. Wildstorm is an active ability that allows you to nuke in a sort of cone in front of you. It's a short range cone, but does decent damage. And then finally, his ultimate, King of the Eastern Seas. This allows you to execute someone when they're below a certain threshold of HP, and then get yourselves into a giant mighty dragon form. Now this game's going to be a bit rough at the start because one of my teammates have DC'd, but I'm Ao Kuang, so I'm not going to take too much damage. As you can see, my burst is not so bad. I can clear this quite quickly and not have to worry too much. I'm going to go straight to lane here and not try and drop the buff. There's not a whole lot I can do here, so I'm just going to farm up where I can in this left-hand lane, wait for the other mana to turn up, and then we'll go straight over to that. Hopefully he takes Hog. As you can see, with these auto attacks, the dragons jump out, cause some issues for them. Just going to clear this out quickly, put the pressure on their team, and then rotate for these blue harpy, the blue camp at the back. So Vermal's going to be a little bit stuck here, because he DC'd unfortunately, but I can help him out.
Until next time.
I'm going to say goodbye to him, and hopefully he'll be fine there. Now I'm going to start looking for my rotations. So as you can see, I'm popping my 2 to try and deal damage. I can try and go aggressive here if I get the opportunity to. He might know I'm about though, so I'm going to wait here for the next wave coming in. Might rotate right. There's not much for me to do here right this second in time, apart from just hang around. I can potentially go aggressive on this Giannis here. Now you can use your stealth like this as well to get in close, and he's not actually seeing me on this aggression at the moment. I'm still invisible. Clear the wave out, get experience, and then go do back harpies with my teammate again. Notice I'm not overusing my mana here. You've got to try and sustain with your mana for the most part. Hopefully my teammate comes to these camps. He doesn't look like he wants to. Oh well. We'll take him solo then. Means we level up a little bit quicker. So maxing my 2 for the time being. Back to mid lane once again. This is just standard jungle rotations from me so far. Nothing too exciting to watch. What I might do off this wave, I was thinking about rotating left-hand lane to help him out a little bit. It doesn't look like my mid laner wants to come, so I'm going to attack left lane quickly and see if I can get some pressure on him here. I may soak some experience off of mana again, which I don't really want to do, but I can help him out a little bit and help him get this farm up. So I press my 1 again to explode it then. Soaked up the experience, and I'm going to be able to go back to mid lane, soak up a wave here hopefully. If Poseidon doesn't clear too quick, I should hit level 5, unless I misplay this on my timings, which I may have done unfortunately. So I might not be 5 just yet. Okay, back harpies it is then. Like I said, my jungle's not the best decision making in the world. Right side's being ganked, there's not a whole lot I can do about that right now. Now I've hit 5, I have the ability to execute people with my ultimate. I can put good damage on. I've not really gone for a gank yet as I was busy farming. We've got to look for the mid harpies now on this left hand side. Not got anything available other than my dragons, so I'll pop these and bring these down as quick as I can. Could use more abilities, but no one's coming, so I'm not overly threatened here by people being away. Besides, going to rotate for the right ones, see if they're available. They may be down now. They probably are. Probably are. Are they down, Poseidon? Poseidon, you going to check them properly for me? Poseidon? Hello? Okay, there they are down. But what we can do is try and aggress our mid lane here. A little bit of pressure there from me. If they rotate in, it's fine. I'm going back to base anyway. And then get my full boots online. Now this time I'm just going to go for the power boots. You can potentially go for Shoes of Focus. It depends on your personal playstyle if you want the cooldown reduction or not, but the power is definitely useful. Now, because he's a very auto-attack focused god, Ao Kuang, you're looking to use some of the magical items that are all auto-attack focused, so maybe give in on-hit effects. Things like Demonic Grip, which we'll talk about shortly as they're available. Still continue to farm up as best I can. See how the after effect of the dragon, you hit with the auto attack, deal damage with that auto attack, and then there's a dragon comes out and deals more damage afterwards. So you don't necessarily have to continue hitting the same target for it to definitely die. You can try and... Oh, my mana's unfortunately DC'd again. Oh, pick up the speed buff, please. So we're still looking to farm. The good news is, though, Tyr is very, very low over this side of the map. Not sure if I can get in range in time. Not going to make it, that's a shame. What I can do is deny some minions to the tower, though. And potentially go for an invade here. Try and steal away this blue buff. Oh, I didn't get it. Oh well, I'll just leave now. Tried to steal away the blue buff to help out my teammate who's in a bit of trouble. Not going to find it there. What I can do is help out mid lane. If you could just hit him with a cracker or something, he could potentially die here. And you could juke back. I'm not sure how he lived there. I think I just didn't get him in execute range, unfortunately. And Kali's still chasing me down here. She's still looking for the kill, but she won't find it unless my teammates don't help. Ah, I'm going to have to back away fully here. That's unfortunate. We lose pressure in mid lane too here. As Poseidon's run all the way back to base. I'm only staying here because I've got my illusion to escape if I get jumped on. I may have lost my red buff, which I'm really upset about at the moment. Bit of a struggle right now in this game for us as a team. I did lose my red buff. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. My team seems to be having a few issues with connections and things, so that's unfortunate. Back to base we go again. We're going to start working towards our first item of the day. Over the boots, obviously.
Your right tower is under attack.
So the first item I'm going to pick up is going to be Telekine's Ring. And Telekine's Ring, as you can see there, gives me attack speed, magical power, protections, but it also allows me to do an effect with the passive, which is very, very useful for me too. I'll be able to rotate around for these creeps here, maybe. Yay! Get the creeps as well. As you can see, Telekine's also gives you a passive, basic attacks deal 40 additional damage. So that kind of works in very good conjunction with your dragons, right? I've been able to put some pressure on. Then I go for the purple buff on the right hand side here. I might try and invade this and go for a kill. They're very, very low on health and mana here. This could be a potential kill. Notice how I got the kill there, but I'm going to be able to get out again. There's no way they can really follow me through with this, maybe with an Giannis ultimate. But I do manage to disengage, pick up a kill for the team, and get myself on the scoreboard. There wasn't much else really going on there, but Athena was definitely killable in an execute range. And that's what happens when you turn into the dragon. You go up into the sky, and while you're in the sky, you can aim around and dunk down and deal some damage if you want to. The benefit of Ao Kuang is the fact that if he can get someone low enough and do that execute, he can get himself into some bad situations and then get himself back out again. As time goes on, oh, this is a very, very aggressive looking Tyr on this side. That's a disengage happening. Just going to help clear out. Giannis is rotating too. It looks like they all want to come play. They all playing. Okay. There's not a whole lot I can do when 4 men rotate over. So that's a bit unfortunate really there. Hopefully we can get some rotations out of the team eventually to try and pick up the issues that we're having right now. Because Vamana's kind of behind. They managed to pick me up too there, which is unfortunate. We need the Poseidon really to go a little bit more aggressive in this mid lane. He's playing very, very safe, and especially against a no mana. To be honest, he could potentially get a kill there. He's got his Kraken. But back to the jungle I go again. You can see the sort of game plan I have here. You're very melee focused. I use my slow in that engagement. Dealt my damage from a 3 and then use my Dragon Call to slow them to try and buy myself a little bit more time. I'm going to drop this buff down for my Vamana. I'm going to try and rotate to help him in the lane. Notice how I'm not really spamming abilities to do this here. Not really got anything else to really follow up on that. I tried to poke him as best I could, but not a whole lot you could do as an Ao Kuang. Hopefully he goes back for that buff. If he comes into the wave again, I'm going to fight him. The big dive going on the right hand side right now. So mid harpies might be up here. I'm a little bit low on HP, but I want to contest these mid harpies. Poseidon's too passive. I can't do it. Poseidon's playing very, very safe. He's a little bit too worried in this game at the moment, so just got to give those ones up, unfortunately. Don't really want to give them up. I'm a little bit short of gold for this too, so I'm just going to have to continue farming. Hopefully I can get out of the red buff this time though before it goes on cooldown. Wasting a bit too much time in that right hand lane.
Take this jungle.
Trying to call the Poseidon over to come for the jungle buff. Hopefully he notices it. Not at the moment. Purple's been taken on this side. Is their purple up? They did go aggressive on ours, so theirs might actually be up right now. It is. I can steal this one away.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Uh-oh. Shuba, live, please. They're all rotating over. There's not much else I can really do with a Giannis rotating as well over here. So he's probably going to go down too. I can try and pick up a kill here on the backside of this, but I'm not sure if I can, really. It's a bit of a messy game for us. Oh, I missed. That was terrible. Oh well, they might go aggressive on me now instead of him, hopefully. There's a ball there, so I can't really go on that. Ares is still alive. I'm not sure I'm going to have the damage to kill anyone. Just in time, as you can see. Just get myself out of trouble. Might be able to kill this guy mid, actually. I'm going to find it, unfortunately. I'm just going to go back to base here, then, I guess. Bit of a risky place to base, but there's nowhere else for me to go. Telekai's now online. I'm going to start working towards my demonic grip now as well. So, trades with Ao Kuang, they can be quite messy. You can take a lot of poke damage. Sometimes you've just got to go in and hope to high heaven in a weird way, but just hoping your own damage potential that you can bring it off. Now that I've got Telekai's now, you can see I'm starting to do even more damage. Still focusing on farm for the most part, is what I'm really looking for. My speed buff's up soon. I don't have my ultimate available here, but I can still try and help him out over in this left-hand lane once again. Just relieve some of this pressure. If he wants to go aggressive like that, that's fine. We're forcing out an ultimate for free. They do want to re-aggress. Didn't really want to disengage from that. That was a bad disengage from me, honestly. Got to be careful of the Giannis ultimate coming in because it probably will do any second. I don't have beads right now. Try to keep him slowed in tower range here because they're overextending a bit too much. My ultimate's coming up in a second, that's why I'm keeping an eye on this, but Giannis does have his ultimate as well. Gonna go and take my speed buff down. I will get health back by doing the speed buff here because I bumped his mask. Uh-oh. I don't think that was really meant for me, but caused me an issue or two, that's for sure.
An ally has been slain.
And that's me executing once again as a dragon killer and disengaging once more. So she stuck around too much, went too aggressive. After she used the leap I knew I could kill her, so I wasn't too worried about her escaping. Back to base we go once again. Just going to do back harpies on the way. I should be reaching higher up in my build now. I was going to be a little bit careful over there.
Your middle tower is under attack. A deadly tool.
Going to finish off my beads to full as well. So you can use your 1 for engage or disengage, you can use your 2 defensively and offensively. Offensively just to land autos or for the slow, and then continue chasing with your autos as well. Your ultimate is there to secure a kill, but at the same time it's there to cause a few issues for them as well. We're going to lose purple buff on this side I think. She should be killable here. I might die from that. Hopefully my team can clean up the Artemis now though. Artemis should die here. Okay, she's not going to unfortunately. I went a little bit too aggressive then. I should have gone aggressive onto the Artemis there, but I didn't. And that's just unfortunate. My team as a whole isn't in a very good spot at the moment. Everyone's really struggling with lanes and getting dived by Giannis's. So they're doing the God Fury right now. There's not a whole lot I can really do to contest this. I think they'll drop it before I even get there. Maybe Pisani can make a big time play. Oh, he's not going to find it in time, unfortunately. He's going to find out they've taken it. So I'm just going to continue going back to farming as per usual. It was not the best 3 in the world. So your damage potential on Ao Kuang is quite high. But you have to play him very trickily. You have to realise whether you can go in or you can't go in.
Enemy missing right. Enemy missing left. Cancel that.
Carly's in left. I just heard it. And she's already killed him. They're looking to take down the tower on this side here. I'm just going to go and defend it. Tyr's still around here. Oh, if we landed that chain, we're dead.
Enemies have returned right.
Oh, that's going to hurt a lot. That's going to hurt even more.
It's a wonderful gift.
But even though we're going to lose this game, I hope you get some understanding of what you're supposed to do with Ao Kuang in the jungle. You're looking to farm up, you're looking to try and pick targets, slow them down, use your burst damage where possible to try and pick yourself up a kill. We're still not completely out of this game yet because our late game is quite strong, but they're getting very, very big right now, and we're quite far behind in terms of levels right now, unfortunately. So it's going to be a bit difficult. Oh, I still need this next item online. Gotta keep grinding.
Your middle tower
Gotta lose mid tower here.
Tower has been destroyed.
Fiend is very, very aggressive right now, but I guess she's got backup nearby.
Your left tower is under attack. A mighty sword!
So even they go a little bit crazy and a little bit too aggressive, they're not going to find me here, so I'm just going to back away. Put a little bit of poke down, make that girl panic. And that's what my game plan was there. We just got to be careful of Carly coming in now. I think I free ultimate off of Armis there, so I'm not upset with my play there, honestly. That didn't work out too badly at all. This Giannis is going very, very aggressive. A little bit too brave for business. It's time to end his life, I think. That'll teach you. You are a little teapot. You are a little teapot. Tasty teapot at that. Nice cup of tea that was.
A dragon must be feared.
So rest of the build you can go for a little bit more sustain here. I'm going to go for Bancrofts now. I want to be able to survive a little bit longer in fights. Magical lifesteal is very, very strong.
Enemies in right lane.
They're looking to steal away that blue buff. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do here. I've got Hog 1. Vamana can't really come in until it's too late.
A mighty sword!
The thing is, they're not respecting the fact I am Ao Kuang and I'm very, very big in this game right now. They might still go aggressive on me here. They do. I'm just still looking for farm for the most part and continue to do what I can. Red buff. Get the bombers online. So we're down in experience, we're down in gold, we're not completely out of it. I think the only issue with this game is I think I'm the biggest on the team, and being the biggest isn't always the best thing, because you can't carry solo as an Ao Kuang, unfortunately. You do need good peel on your team to make it happen. Can defend the Gold Fury. Well done. I'm in a lot of trouble here. He's a very good use of beads there. And that's one thing you need to learn about the Giannis is that King of the Eastern Seas, it can be blocked by beads so they don't get knocked up into the air and executed. And that's what he did. Then he beats my ultimate and that meant that I died then. I could have executed him, just he beats at the correct time, unfortunately. And that's going to get him the kill. So we're waiting to respawn once again. Gotta keep working this Bancrofts. I'd like the lifesteal to keep myself going in these engagements. Feel we need more war coverage. I've not been buying too many wards, but I feel like our war coverage has been kind of slack, honestly, as well throughout this game.
Your middle tower is under attack.
They're starting to group up as a team now, and this is the thing with Ao Kuang in team fights. You're looking to really just pick off a target, so you can't necessarily engage for your team. You've got to look for a weak target that's around, that's putting the pressure on or trying to escape the battle, and then look to pick them up. That's why you class as an assassin. You can either 100 to 0 someone, but without much CC in your kit, you've only really got to slow when you think about it. It's going to be a little bit difficult for you to be able to go in there and not get CC'd down yourself. So for the most part, you've got to play it very safe, wait for the engagements to happen, and then try and pick a target afterwards. Because if you engage on a target, as you've seen probably multiple times in this game, you can get picked apart because of it. Armis in mid lane. Just gonna play safe, and I think they're doing the Gold Fury, Fire Giant right now.
The fire giant.
Who may have already done it. Oh, there's a big play mid lane coming up for my team. Looking for them to try and burn skills here. Beads is buying me some time there. Hopefully I can re-aggress in a minute, but my team's a little bit too far behind. Everyone's playing a bit too passive for me to really do anything. If, you know. Oh, there seems to be somebody over there too. I'm going to have to deal with. Ooh, that's quite an annoying skill. I'm going to have to escape. Wow, good stun. Please stop that. That's not very nice. Thank you. Also, remember your ultimate can be used as a knock-up just to disengage someone out of the fight. It doesn't necessarily mean you'll be able to survive like in that situation, but you can ult early just to do a knock-up to them and keep them out of the fight going forward. So that's an Ao Kuang playthrough for you. It wasn't the best playthrough for you, unfortunately, but that's what happens sometimes in these games. You're not always going to win them. Hopefully you understand some understanding of what you're supposed to do as Ao Kuang in these games, and you can take it into yours and practice them a little bit more and probably carry the game yourself.